Hello, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with all you beautiful reflections of the one source consciousness that creates and animates all things. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here, and we just ask that you bring an open mind and heart to your listening experience and to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality in a way that is extremely empowering. Speaking of exploring powerful perspectives, I'm super excited to announce the release of my very first book, The Golden Key: Modern Alchemy to Unlock Infinite Abundance. If you're ready to alchemize the circumstances in your life so that your abundance expands to an entirely new level in 2021, head over to goldenkey.gift to download the audio or ebook as my gift to you by using the code POSITIVEHEAD. All right, all you positive heads, welcome, welcome. Here we grow again. It is a fabulous Friday here in the studio as I record, and super grateful to be back with you yet again. And I'm going to start off by doing something I haven't done in a while, and that is reading a review on iTunes. It's been a minute. I used to do it all the time, and you guys back in the day were leaving lots of reviews, and just thought about it, and I so appreciate it, getting feedback, and of course, if you haven't reviewed on iTunes or anywhere out there, that wherever you listen, it helps us to reach new people. So yeah, I thought I would read this great review. It definitely made me feel good. It came in by Rhonda Angel, and she wrote, "I found this podcast at a difficult time in my life several years ago. I've been listening to it pretty much every day since. Brandon does an amazing job as host, as well as Erica. They have great guests with great knowledge to share. I don't know where I'd be if I hadn't have found Brandon, but I'm so thankful that I did. My life has completely done a 180. I love myself for the first time in my life. I'm so grateful every day for my life, and I only have the Positive Head podcast to thank. I highly recommend this podcast to anyone who wants to live a better, happier life. Thank you to everyone at the Positive Head podcast. I love you so, 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 so much." Wow, what a review, and definitely inspires me. And so thank you, Rhonda Angel, for taking the time to do that. And yeah, if any of you out there have been listening for a while and feel inspired to send some love, won't hurt my feelings one bit. And I'm pretty sure it won't hurt Erica's feelings, or Sarah, who edits and, puts it out, make sure it gets to your ears every 5 days a week. It's a big commitment, right? So it takes a lot to do it, and we're grateful that it's making a difference. Another quick thing I want to share is we recently updated the Positive Head website. So it was overdue. Erica's info and everything is on there, and her picture and about her. And one of it's very similar to the old one in a lot of ways. Just functionality is better. It needed to be updated. And one of the things that I've been wanting to do for a while that you can do now is, if you go to the Game with the Universe page, you can, if any of you have played the Game with the Universe, where you choose an episode, the first number that pops in your head, and put in that number, and that's the episode that you're meant to hear. Your higher self knows exactly what is in each and every episode. So I say, if you clear out your head and allow a number to come in, that's there for a reason. But I've also wanted to have another option where you can click a button and it will choose for you randomly. Randomly in quotes. And so that is now a function that works as well. So if you go to positivehead.com, navigate to the universe page, you can do either or, where you choose the number, or let the number be chosen by, who knows what, who knows where it's coming from, but it is going to be served up. And it's really, really cool when people do this. I have gotten so many stories from people that, oh my gosh, it was exactly what I needed to hear. And of course, synchronicity, it invites in synchronicity when we are willing to meet the universe halfway to like, hey, I'm willing to, I want to play. I want to play a game with you. Let's dance. And I truly believe that's what's going on between us, our human, and our higher self anyway. It's this dance that, we're meant to sort of play together. And the more we can step that direction, I think the more it opens up possibilities. So that's the idea with this. And you can share it with friends, et cetera, et cetera. So hope you enjoy the new universe page. So on with today's episode. Let's see. A couple things that have been coming up for me. I saw a quote the other day that really kind of hit home. And, it's something where I've definitely had I've had some great success in my life and way more failure. I think back to years ago, this is like 15, 20 years ago, reading the president of like Capitol Records or whatever, one of the big major record labels, especially back then, they had all the power the president said, as impressive as the artist that I have signed, and I can't remember if Capitol was one of the big ones, as impressive as the artist that I've signed and sort of helped to make it, blow up and bring to the world over the years, equally or even more impressive is the artist that I passed on signing. And, so it's one of those things. A lot of times we just hear about people's successes, or Instagram is like, here's my highlights, but failures are a lot of times not something that we celebrate, right? It's something that we can even be sort of ashamed of. And I know I've been definitely in the last month or so feeling like bummed about some of the choices that I made as far as, things that I pursued or avenues that I went down, and, just thinking, man, I could have done that better. I should have done that better. I should have solved that through more. And I saw a great quote that really spoke to this by Sundar Pichai, I think you pronounce it. I believe this is the guy's the president of Google, either was or is, if I'm remembering. I haven't even looked this up. I recognize his name and face. But he said, wear your failure as your badge of honor. And it's like, what a different thought about failure. I know instantly seeing that, I just like got a rush of, yes. It's like this idea of the man in the arena. I think I read this on the show not too long ago. Theodore Roosevelt, almost 100 years ago, said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again. Because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat." Yeah, it really speaks to me a lot because, like I said, I was just having moments where I was thinking a lot about like how many things haven't went as well as I've hoped, or I would have done things differently. I mean, even projects that you guys are well aware of for my book, and I could have done this a little differently. I wish I'd done this differently, or with Optimistic, late night style show, which same thing. It's like, oh man, if I just waited a little bit longer, and then COVID hit weeks later, and it, been much easier to get it picked up on a bigger network, or, I should have done this, misstep, judging myself for it. And it's not really about that, right? It's about understanding that everything is as it should be. And the fact that you get up and try, and if your efforts benefit anyone at all, and they're going to benefit you for getting off the bench and getting in the arena, right? So you already win. Wear your failures as a badge of honor. You're one try away from your biggest break that you've ever had. All of us always are. And it's so easy to fall into this self-judgment of, how just so, yeah, it just, we're so hard on ourselves. And it is, it's right. It's in quitting that we really lose. It's when we give up, when we resign to dreaming big, when we resign to, we've set these hard and fast goals that we've got to hit, or else it's, something is wrong. And there's another quote from, there's a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. And I haven't read the book, but a lot of quotes from it, and is just awesome. And I've heard from people who have read it. It's like incredible. So in Atomic Habits, this particular quote that I found said, goals create an either or conflict. Either you achieve your goal and are successful, or you fail and you are a disappointment. You mentally box yourself into a narrow version of happiness. This is misguided. It is unlikely that your actual path through life will match the exact journey you had in mind when you set out. It makes no sense to restrict your satisfaction to one scenario when there are many paths to success. It's so true when we can get rid of the idea of how it's supposed to turn out. And instead, we can wear our failures as a badge of honor. And really, are they failures if you're learning something, right? Fail fast. Be willing to just get up there and get on stage, bleed on stage, being willing to bleed on stage. I know I've bled on stage a lot, and it's something that can, if you're not careful, it will bring you down, and you can just really start telling a story around, your lack of success. And it's just not the case. Those who are willing to get in the arena deserve so much credit. And if, you just can remember every moment is another chance to turn it all around. We get so quick to decide, oh, well, you see a pattern of something happening and then decide that's how it's always going to be, right? Well, if I tried something 10 years ago and it failed, and I tried something 10 days ago and it failed, and I tried something, 5 years ago and it failed, and what's bound to happen if I get up again, right? It's like the Chinese proverb: fall down 8 times, stand up 9, or fall down 7, stand up 8. Same difference, right? So continuing to get up, continuing to have that enthusiasm and belief in yourself, and remembering the journey is the goal. If you learned anything from whatever you set out to do, then it's not a failure. Actually, it's like, in most businesses end up failing. Most apps, I think it's like 98%, are opened one time. It's like, so remembering that's the game that you're in is learning from the shortcomings. Yes, you can have the vision of hitting the home run, but even the greatest home run hitters of all time, what is the percentage that they actually hit a home run? I actually just pulled it up here. And so the highest home run average, Mark McGwire, 9.4%. So, 91, if this is right? So that would be like 91% of the time there wasn't a home run. So, I don't know if this is, I just pulled up, this is the first thing I see. So, but you get the idea, that's like a pretty small percentage, 91 swings, and then until you finally get a home run. So I don't know how many swings you've taken at making your dreams come true, and, going for that expanded version of yourself, becoming the greatest and grandest version of yourself that is within you, right? The acorn that you are has an oak tree inside, but if you don't keep swinging, then you can't get to the breakthrough, right? Yeah, that's my story for today, and I'm sticking to it. I hope you stick to it as well, because, well, it's all about the stories we tell, right? And that's what creates our reality. And I am happy to be co-creating this reality with each and every one of you. Thank you, as always, for tuning your beautiful brainwaves in. I do have a song for you. This is one of my favorite artists I've played before. He's been putting out a lot of music lately, so a lot of good music to share. It's Tor, T-O-R is the artist, and the song is called City 66. Hope you enjoy. Also, before we cue up today's song, as a quick reminder, don't forget to download the Golden Key audio or ebook as my free gift to you at goldenkey.gift using the Golden Key code POSITIVEHEAD. And please, if you enjoy my gift, leave a positive review on Amazon so others can unlock their lives with the help of the Golden Key as well.